It's the only fan-owned franchise here in the NFL. And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheeseheads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Green Bay Packers. On one sideline, we've got a look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. These guys not quite sure what type of team they're going to be this season after a 3-3 start. Along the opposing sideline, the head coach of the Packers. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. So happy you could join us today. I'm Kate Scott with Brock Huard. It is time for some football. And away we go from Wisconsin. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
A win is a win for him. Whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Down. 33-yard line. 33. Ready.
Motioning him from the slot right. They give here to the motion man. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ball game. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Switch. Yellow.
Trying to get it with the option. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So here come the Raiders now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Las Vegas, first down.
Play action now for Herbert. Man, it's Dante Thornton Jr. And he has him right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Vegas first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Las Vegas.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
That's another Raiders first down.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Back to the well again. He gets the first and more inside the 20. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. We keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And they're on him right as he gets back to the line. Great recovery after they got gashed on that last play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage. Let's go.
To the air this time. Herbert. Brought in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Toward the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Out of the gun, they give it to him inside. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Opposite.
First carry now. This is Bashal Tutu. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Run loss on a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
At the 7-yard
Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
And the Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Love using the legs here. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short.
Yellow, 43.
Inside give here for Tutu. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with it.
And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He has it at the 13. That'll be the 1st and more. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Raiders, then they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And he's been one of the central pillars of this offense this season. Right now sitting 2nd in the NFL in receptions. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue. And that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Has a man on target to Thornton. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They get 27 on the play. That's a Vegas 1st down.
This QB is making it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. It sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely. Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at third and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense holds up. Got him stopped after a yard and forces fourth down.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a first down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on first and second down.
Oof, best of luck here, guys. It's fourth and pretty far. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Ready?
Design bootleg here. Short pass brought in. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
That's good for a Packers.
Ready.
First down.
Set.
It's a handoff to Tootin, running right. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. You can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Check pitch. Yellow.
Love out of the shotgun. All in left side. And he's brought down after a short gain. I wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Third and 11.
Third and long for him here. Sends this to the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception!
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. It's a touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
And they're on him quickly there after that catch, so the gain's going to be to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Sending him on the dive. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway.
Second and 9.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Incomplete. It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
Here he goes, third and long. Taking a shot deep here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up fourth and long.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
He's got Jones for the completion. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down. They pulled off the conversion. Now, we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lambeau after this. Here's first and 10 from the 47. Herbert throwing again. That's low and bounces short of his man. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's going to be second down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Here's the long back on the handoff. A pickup of 17. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First and 10, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Trying getting that one to Brock Bowers. And that'll bring up second down. Herbert from the gun. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And it won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal.
First down, Las Vegas.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders get some late points and the lead. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. He's going to take this one from the end zone. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. That's brought in by Miller. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. The Packers take their first time out. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
On the give, it's Tootin. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Ready, ready.
Love from the gun. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Love looking to pass. This one taken in by Kraft. And he's out of bounds. It looks like they might have a shot, Brock, but they're going to be left 2 yards short now. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Herbert now. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Shotgun snap to Herbert. To the right and hauled in by Jones. And he manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line. Quick look by the Packers on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Finds the in route complete. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. And with the clock just about to strike 0, we get a timeout. 1 second to go in our half. One last play before the break. Throwing here just before halftime. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. He fields it from the 8. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And he'll go out of bounds well into enemy territory. Looks like he's right around the 40-yard line. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. That one's cut along the left sideline. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. That's a Vegas 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And no, you're not seeing things wrong, folks. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. Now we'll get a delay, maybe an intentional one, and they'll get a little more room for this punt. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Play action now for Herbert. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd and long.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Herbert to throw once more. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The #1 thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead coming out of halftime. Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
That is tremendous defense. First and foremost, you've got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. Tootin on 1st and 10. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Red.
Play action. Love. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32. Hand off to the back. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Love on 3rd and short. He's got it complete to Reed. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. All set now. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Man in motion, headed right.
Yellow.
Hand off to 2. He picks up 5 on that 1st down run. Brings up 2nd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
2nd down game to 2. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start the second half with some needed points. Well, Rocky found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. This makes it up to the 25. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Herbert. Able to find Jones. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. Running it now out of the gun. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Raiders.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock, and hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Herbert now to throw on third. Short pass brought in. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down.
A gain of 5 yards. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll run for this. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop it, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Back to the air, Herbert. Pass caught at the 9-yard line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the 1st and goal.
18. And the Raider first down. First down goal at the 9-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
59. Go.
Herbert from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Play clock winding down. We're going to get a timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Set.
Here's the backup. First throw. Makes the catch. Gets him 3 yards as the stop is made here. And is this a spot we could see them go for it? Let's find out. Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. It's the Raiders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late.
Set. Ready. Ready.
4th down, pass coming. They won't come through on 4th and goal. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Get a good push. Get a good gain. Get some positive yards. Job well done.
Love from the gun. That's complete to Reed at left. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
The Packers,
33, yellow.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard
From the
line.
pistol, here's Love. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
Set. Yellow. 22.
Shotgun now for Love. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. Nickel set here from the Raiders. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Has his man. It stops. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. We've set it down from 37.
That's good for the Packers. 1st down.
Black wall.
Love using the legs here. They call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Ooh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raiders to the receiver Dante Thornton Jr. out and ready for their next series. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Throwing now off the play action. Buying some time right. Brought in right side. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've left over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go, set.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Found some good space on that run, Brock. It's a gain of 8 into enemy territory. The Packers take their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Ready. 50, green. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. He takes it down to the 33. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. First down now, ball at the 33.
Come on. Set.
Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense, they're flying around and making the play.
Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Black 40. Set.
Looking to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's the one you chalked up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
45, White. Ready?
He's back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 32.
Let's go. Yellow, 40.
Love out of the shotgun. Throwing the out route complete. He's forced that bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
33, hut. Ready?
Hand off on 2nd and short. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. The time is there, but the timeouts are not. Got to be smart. It's 1st and 10.
Ready? Yellow, stand, hut, stand.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they drop him after just a yard. 2nd down.
Black 1.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers trailing by 5. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Down. Blue, 32.
Back to throw. And really? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
6 yards.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Here we go, set. Red, 38. Ready?
Throwing now. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Got his man. It's golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers jump in front late.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Setting up to pass. And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often. But tight ends, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they win his way for that 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys' security blanket. Whether he's designed read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass like a great post in basketball, and they know how to finish.
Ready, set, go.
Here he is to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And now it's second down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, second and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
First down, play action. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
Intended for Dante Thornton. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So they're left facing third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Go.
Now to throw. Has a man on target to Thornton. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the red zone on first. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Throwing it again here. He's got it. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice first and goal here from the 2.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and goal Raiders.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal.
Ready.
Throwing from the gun. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Score Raiders 18. Packers 15.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Out now runs the Packer offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here.
30.
Love with it on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to the air. Love. Has him on the quick hitter. All right, so he stops the clock, but seconds still ran off on a gain of, only 3 or 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he is to throw. They got there in time. He's taken down. Trying to set this up quick.
A loss of 10 yards brings up 4th down.
Desperation time here. They are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs. So it's a road.